So I wanted to do a daily message for my channel because I haven't done one in a few days. So hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I'm Emily, by the way. Some people are getting my name confused with my daughter's name because my email is Acacia. So I wanted to kind of do some healing cards because I feel like healing has a lot to do with what kind of brings us forward in life. You know, I feel like some of us have been really fucked up with how we feel about ourselves. We feel like maybe we aren't good enough for somebody, but for some reason that kind of holds us back too, because you don't feel like you're good enough for somebody, and it holds you back because that makes you not really tell this person how you truly feel about them. Some of it probably does have something to do with kind of how you express your emotions as a child, or the fact that your inner child might need some love in this situation. They're asking you to pay attention to the signs because some of you guys are missing the signs and you're not really able to see or understand or know that you're keeping yourself back from what you're supposed to be doing, you know, unleashing your creativity to the things that you want to do in life. And you're kind of lost, I think, because of whatever things that you're still dealing with. When it comes to telling somebody how you feel, it says, take off your mask and procrastination. So, does anybody know how you feel? Have you told this other person how you feel about them because you've been putting it off for so long? This other person has no idea. You never let anyone get to know you enough. And you never make a move. You just sit there. And you give off this illusion like you're manipulating a situation, or you're lying, or there's some sneakiness, but in reality it's just because nobody knows anything like truly how you feel. You never said it. You think about it, but you don't say it. And I think you just in a way expect people to know because of the things that you do for them. You know, but it doesn't take the place of the words that are meant to be spoken. And that comes for everything in life. Even the things that you're trying to manifest into your life need to be spoken into reality out loud. Some of you guys just don't love yourselves, or maybe you're coming out of this period where you didn't love yourself and you're no longer playing the victim. You said you're done with that because you finally set the right boundaries for your life, and you said, I fucked up too because I made a decision and it's not all their fault. But are we still selling out? Are we still doing what other people want us to do because that would make them happy? Because you're a people pleaser and it's easier to do what they want you to do, or what you think they want you to do, because you don't want to fight about it and you want to try to make people happy. But at what cost? Because that's a pretty big hole in her chest. So she's taken a pretty big hit not doing or saying the things that she needs to say because she wanted to try to make everyone else happy at the expense of her own soul and self. Dead ass somebody's soul. I think someone is trying to get rid of their pride about a situation. Maybe you need to get rid of your pride and actually tell someone how you feel, make a move, do something that you want to do, because just because you were in a situation where you were dominated by someone else, because maybe your personality isn't as strong or whatever, so you always had someone telling you what to do. So you would just wait for them to tell you and you would do it. And now when it comes down to you actually having the ball in your court completely, and you making that decision, and it's time for you to do something, you don't know what to do. But you can't expect someone else to do it for you, because that other person that's waiting for you to make a move isn't going to try to control you. They don't want to control you. They want you to prove your position. What are you going to do when it's up to you? And so far, you haven't done anything. So they think that you don't care. Maybe you think they don't care. But has anybody sat down and actually talked about how we really feel? I feel like some people are walking away from some toxic sex-based situationships that they were really stuck to. They're no longer stuck to them, and they realize who the fuck they were, and they're going through a transformation to realize what their life purpose is, because they stopped self-sabotaging themselves. Somebody is having the courage to walk down the road less traveled, doing something that they've never done before, because they know there's something better out there. At the end of the day, there is something better. Maybe choosing not to be so sporadic and all over the place and unsure of what you want. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are important for some people, especially when it comes to twin flames, because sometimes the higher self of the twin flames will try to communicate or whatever. I don't know how to explain completely, but you'll know what I mean. Some of you guys' sadness has taken over your life so much you forgot to have faith. You don't have any faith anymore. You forgot your faith, or you just don't have enough. Because your life is overtaken with grief over someone that you loved or you thought loved you, or some situation that really hurt you. Could have been a home situation, a cycle that you needed to get out of, somebody's family cycle, something that you considered home, something that you were in so long that you needed to let go. Because look what's there. It wasn't good. You needed to do that. You guys are healing. Some of you guys really do need to take the time to heal. Let yourself heal, accept the healing, invite the archangels to come in and heal. Some of you guys have been faced with rejection so many times. That's probably why you don't want to, stand up and say what you need to say and make a move, because you're really afraid that someone's going to reject you, someone's going to leave you again. That you're going to get hurt just like the last time that you tried something. But I want to tell you something about getting out of toxic situations. That is going to fuck you up more than anything else. So when you take the steps to move away, it's going to be really hard because that's all you know. But you don't understand how much you were bound to it. You don't understand the illusions that you were under. And you don't understand the energies that were really involved in this situation, where there's a reason why you're fucked up. That's not something that served you. That was something that was meant to distract you. That was something that was meant to destroy you. And it's time for you to take back control of your life and say, you know what? In the name of Jesus, you have no power over me. There's a warfare that is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's time for people to be aware. And I think that pay attention to how you think, pay attention to the things that you spend most of your time doing, because things like materialism and greed and jealousy and insecurity and drugs and drinking and the way things that we eat, it all comes hand in hand with what really has control at the end of the day. Some of us have a really divine purpose, and there's going to be a lot of things thrown at us because they don't want us to be on our path. They'd rather tempt you with things that you enjoy temporarily, but it's not going to keep you happy forever. The devil is going to come wrapped in everything that you like and enjoy doing. And because it feels good at that time, or it numbs the pain, or you are so used to doing it, you're going to do it for a while. But the fact that some of you guys walked away from that, or the fact that some of you guys are finding your voice, finding a way to pick yourself up and walk away, you're going to be rewarded for that. God sees you. Most of the time he's standing right beside you. You don't even know. You know how they say if you knew who was standing beside you, you wouldn't fear anyone who's standing against you. Some of us are really protected. I know for a fact that I am, but at the same time I know that I'm more susceptible to bullshit. Being the person that I am, doing what I do. Yep, I'm getting hit. But I know where my soul is going at the end of the day. And I know who's not going to get my soul or my children's. You guys, it took a lot of courage to do the things that you did. And it's really hard for you to wait. Because you're not really sure if you made the right decision, and you're sad and you're dealing with things that you haven't dealt with. And it sucks. But once you get out of that, it's going to be like, it's going to help you so much to know, and you are being helped. Some of you guys are trying to actually, some of you guys walked away from temptation. Some of you guys are realizing that you're the alchemist of your life and you can manifest whatever it is that you want. And you're trying to learn things a new way. You're trying to listen to someone else's opinion. That's a really big step in the right direction. And it all started with letting go of the demons on your back, or in your brain, on your mind, in your ear, every second of every day. Because you let it go. Some of you guys are letting it go. And she doesn't even look scared about it. She knows that's something that she needed to do. She's ready. She doesn't look sad, scared, nervous, nothing. She turned her back and she's walking away. Because you know there's no more damage that can be done in this situation. And it wasn't love. You realize that it wasn't love. And for some of you, it makes you sad because you guys really did love this person, but they didn't love you. They made it seem like they did. But what did it end up in? Some of you guys are spending some time by yourself, resting and recovering. Some of you guys are thinking a lot about your soulmate or your twin. Some of you guys are separated from your twin due to other things, other people, could be children. Some of you guys are focused on getting yourself together, becoming independent, getting your money up, getting over some things in the past, getting over some people who were only about themselves. There was a cycle that needed to end with someone in your life that you thought was going to make you really happy. But I think in order for things to come back better, think about what brings you stability. What will make you feel secure in a situation. Some of you guys know what you want to do, and you know that knowing what brings you happiness is the reason you needed to close this cycle. You know that things needed to go away, and I think it has a lot to do with how someone never really opened up or said anything about how they felt. But at the end of the day, it does have a lot to do with stability. Some of you guys are working a lot on yourselves, on a situation, going back to your twin to build a solid foundation. You're not really talking to them, but you're not really as stressed as you were, and I think that some of you guys went through some legal shit, whether it was a divorce or not, but I think that in a way, it pushed you back into this position of knowing what it is that you want and taking out whoever was standing in the way so you could get to this point where there was an equal give and take with someone who actually gave a fuck. Someone who cares a lot about you. There's some things that just haven't been said. There's some situations where I don't know if you made a decision, if you have any clarity, but you're not talking about it, and you're not really able to move on from someone, but you're not telling them because you're too stubborn. I do think you guys are healing. I do think that you guys are kind of reminiscing, thinking about the memories, trying to manifest a wish. Because destiny's here, but you're fighting it, or you're fighting the thoughts. Some of you guys are definitely trying to fight destiny, but guess what? It's going to happen either way. Having some clarity, thinking a lot about what your next move is, what you're going to do. Not really wanting to fight anymore for something because you want to try something new, because everything was out of whack, because this wasn't what you thought it was, or maybe there was a breakup and instability with someone who was probably all about themselves, someone who was always in your ear, always on your back, trying to control you. And they did. This person's really really twisted themselves, and they kind of did the same thing to you. But I think that you guys are no longer pushing people away, and I think that you've had clarity about this person that still has another person, and there is a level of heartbreak here, but you're cutting it out of your life because you know what you want and you're moving towards that, and there is victory in moving forward. Some of you guys are trying to make things right with someone that you left or betrayed. Releasing and forgiving the past, especially people that were only about themselves. Some of you guys do have a divine connection, and you're moving forward with them. Could be a Cancer. Trying to get out of your head about what if things end up like they did last time, where I just ended up feeling empty and lost. But thinking about it enough to stop running from your feelings. Try to go back and tell someone how you feel about them. No matter what happened before, no matter how you think and how you're stuck in your ways, coming out of isolation, feeling like you still are kind of lost, but having the clarity and the enlightenment about something, knowing what makes you happy, looking towards the future, putting your time in, and offering love, even if that means leaving someone out. Even if that means you were left out. Because I feel like you guys had a major change of direction, but some of you guys are still keeping yourselves stuck in a situation, but it's blocking the way that you're moving forward. I think that you might be dealing with someone who doesn't talk about their feelings, someone who wants to put time into this, but every time that was tried before, it never ended up being anything, because someone never made a decision. Someone always had someone else. Someone always was in and out of your life. So it leaves you this conflicted, especially when it comes to what a soulmate really is and who your soulmate really is. So you're in this isolation period. I did a video on the 4 different types of soulmates before. I don't know if anyone watched it, but we really do have more than one type of soulmate. And when it comes down to love, love would never be this way. And no matter how you were raised or what you were taught to believe, you don't need to run away from people that you care about. Or you don't need to people please someone else, because fuck them, that's your life. Yeah, it's like, if you're really unbalanced and don't know what you want, then don't go in and out of people's lives. Maybe just try to go in a new direction, especially if you need time to out by yourself, you know? If you're not over someone, tell someone, you know? Like, when you start messing with someone new, let them know you're not over someone, and you're not in any position to be what they need you to be. It would save, like, $15 or more when you switch your car insurance, you know what I mean? Be honest. Nobody really needs to be finessed, but there's a difference between not saying anything and being honest in a way where that's what needs to be there. Because I feel like when it comes down to loyalty and respect and love, the truth is supposed to be there. Not lies, not manipulation, not lying, not cheating, not stealing. Cowardly shit that's done behind your back because people don't have the balls to say it to your face. That's not love. And that's a karmic lesson that you needed to learn to love yourself so that you can in turn go towards someone that loves you for you, and you're able to love them the way they were meant to be loved. So I hope everyone has a good night, and I will catch you next time. Bye.